The Muslims pray 5 times a day all their lives as a lifestyle. The Jews pray 3 times a day all their life as a lifestyle. They do it whether they are happy or not, whether they are under attack or not, whether they are blessed or not, whether they are sad or happy. They just do it. It's a lifestyle. How many times does the believer praise a day? You think you stand a chance? Because the Muslims are not just praying, they are invoking all kinds of entities. They're dealing with all kinds of forces in Pleiades, in Arcturus, in Orion, in Mazarod, the zodiacs, the powers of the underworld, the water kingdom. They are not just praying, they are dealing with white magic, black magic. They're dealing with different levels and dimensions of witchcraft for total takeover of the world and of our nations. And all we do is to pray 1 or 2 times and think we've made it. No, unless prayer becomes a lifestyle, continuously praying in the morning, praying in the afternoon, praying in the evening, praying in the night, praying at midnight, unless we follow the 4 seasons and the 4 watches of the day and the 4 watches of the night, and praying consistently, when prayer becomes a lifestyle. So you pray whether you feel like praying or not. You pray when you are broke, and you pray when you are blessed, and you pray when you are down, and you pray when you are up, because prayer is a necessity for survival and for the maintenance of daily victory for the believer. Today in our conferences and in our meetings, there is no prayer. We have so much word and word and word and word, and that preacher and that preacher and that preacher, and the atmosphere is all just emotions, and there is no fire, and there is no fire, and there is no presence, and there is no unction and anointing to destroy the yoke. It's not the preaching that breaks the yoke, it's the anointing that the preacher brings to the meeting that breaks the yoke. And anointing don't come by just preaching. Anointing comes when you've spent time in the secret place and he breathes upon you. Jesus said the other time, he said, when you pray, shut the door behind you. Then he said, pray unto your Father who is in what? Secret. So the secret place of the Most High is the place of prayer. And we need to go back to the place of prayer. So many of you came that far through prayer, and now we succeeded. We are very anointed, and we have everything. We are very sophisticated. So we're trying to use our head and our mind to intellectualize God. You cannot navigate through the end time storms if you don't go back to the place of prayer. Whatever made you who you are and what you are, you have to constantly maintain it. If you came to where you are through prayer, please don't let your success and how much money you have in your bank account and how many thousands you preach to get into your head, because one attack of the enemy can take everything out. Let my prayers be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hand as the evening sacrifice. Look at Luke chapter 1 and verse 10 and 11. The Bible said when all the people were praying outside at the time of incense, and the Bible said an angel of the Lord appeared to Zacharias the high priest, standing on the right hand side of the altar of incense. The angel appeared at the time of what? Incense. And ladies and gentlemen, the time of incense is the time of prayer. And angels don't appear until prayer goes up. And heaven, it is unlawful for heaven to respond and to intervene in the affairs of humanity or families, cities, community, nations until prayer goes up. Because hear me, ladies and gentlemen, if God intervenes in the affairs of men without incense, which is prayer going up, Satan will accuse the justice of heaven. Because it's unlawful. The earth God gave to man, man gave it to the devil. Now even though Jesus have died and shed his blood, Satan legally steals, owns, and controls Adam's lease on the planet. Because Adam's lease on the planet has not yet expired. That's why the demon says, have thou come to destroy us before our time? So they have a time, and their time is time sensitive. And so the only thing that holds back the adversary and blocks the adversary is the prayers of the saints. And when the saints don't pray, Satan has a legal right to do as he pleases. That's why the Bible says, pray without ceasing. It means that any season of your life that you give up praying, you hand over that season of